wonders, a journey without a starting line. She locks her gaze to the distant red sky and endless ocean. Illusion of this hero, greatest desire, her heart wants. It feels so far away, her heart was heavy and tired. Oh Sherry, don't you hide your secret side. Everything's okay. Let go of all the weight that you've been holding on to now, and just believe in what you say. Go walk down the memory lane. Remember the hope you've held on, and grab it tightly to your chest as your ship is flying above you in your sky. There is the wish you made to get a chance to meet one day, to bring you back together someday. Then you see with a smile on your face.
Hello everyone. I know, very unusual for you to actually see my actual VTuber model and even have a recording like this, because this is probably the first time I'm even doing something like this. Welcome to the recap video for Sherry Aweber's story in 2023. And as you can see already on screen, we're already on the Sherry Aweber story channel. And I'm literally just going to go over like what videos were uploaded when. So yeah, honestly, without further ado, let's get started. And yeah, sorry, I'm just being so awkward right now. Because like, it's weird to record something like this for the Sherry Aweber story channel. But you know, we'll get through it. We'll just talk about bits. This isn't scripted at all. Like, I don't even have bullet points for this. I'm literally just looking at what video thumbnails are on screen, and I'm just going to go over all of them. Now, for a start, before we even get started, I will say that sometime during 2023, I actually did change up all the thumbnails. So what you're seeing now are like the newer thumbnails, and there were like older ones, because I remember especially this one didn't have the border, the little pink meme on the corner, and then the actual logo for Sherry Aweber's story. It literally was just Sherry Aweber's widened face, and that's really it. So yeah. And obviously, any video you see throughout this video, by the way, if you want to watch them, they're all still available on the Sherry Aweber Story YouTube channel. So make sure to go find them today. And, you know, because the titles are right here, so no excuse. For real now, let's actually get started. So the first video we have that was actually uploaded in 2023, because this one here was the last update for 2022, is actually the Chibi Art reveal for Chibi Sherry Aweber. And honestly, like, obviously it's not a long video, it's literally just revealing the art. I use kind of the same background here as I use like here for the update video. It's not really much else to talk about, honestly, but then obviously right after that I made a meme based on this picture because I just thought it was funny. Then next we have another meme, followed by another meme, and then an update. So anyway, so this is like, I don't know why, it was just a silly little idea I had in my head where like usually in video games, like, you would speed run them. But I thought, what if you just sped run a song? And that's literally what this is. This is Curiosity Killed a Sherry if you actually just, well, cut the rest of it out and tried to speed run it as fast as you could. Like, so obviously here, the record is 27 seconds and 6 frames. Yes, I even got the frame count for that, because obviously when you're editing it in the software, it's easy to like see the amount that's gone by. But anyway, the next meme then is literally just an hour of silence interrupted by Sherry Aweber's story, which just for a joke, I might actually just leave that on in the background. So yeah, eventually we'll probably hear that in the background, just, you know, just for the meme. I might as well actually use the meme at least once, like. And then, as I said as well, this is another meme afterwards. So this was me, like, fake announcing Volume 1. I don't know why I didn't just wait till April Fool's Day, which actually this is the April Fool's Day video here. But you know, I guess, like, I must have been very impatient back in January, because it's 11 months ago now. But then again, it could also be, like, February time, depending on, like, the date. Because today's date is the 24th actually of December 2023, so just to give a bit of a reference. And then we moved into the 12th update for Sherry Aweber's story. Now, I'll be completely honest, I do not remember for the life of me what I talked about during that. I think it literally was just a very normal update. There was not anything in particular to talk about other than the Chibi Art. And yeah, that's it, honestly, just the Chibi Art and the memes. But then right afterwards, in the next month of February, I believe, because it's 10 months ago, Sherry Aweber's story Volume 1 book cover was revealed with the official, well, not the official, but the original logo here, and then the actual book cover art, and then obviously the background as well, which is obviously the book cover for Volume 1. And I will say, like, it is kind of just, you can kind of tell who's my favorite character based on like the amount of art we get here. So like, what, the start of the year we get another Sherry piece, then we get another Sherry piece, then we get another Sherry piece, so that's 3 Sherry Aweber like concept art pieces done, and then her mother is done next afterwards as well, so there's literally no shortage of like Sherry Aweber art like. So I apologize in advance. Hopefully next year I'll get at least one different art piece, like for someone else. Even maybe for like one of the other characters in volume 1. But anyway, so yeah, that was literally just the reveal for the book cover. And I believe the blurb literally just ties into that. I just changed the thumbnail up a bit because we use that logo now for Sherry Aweber Story volume 1. It's just my own preference. And plus like the channel logo, if we go up to the top here, you can see it's still like the logo with the background anyway. So it's better off to keep it like that. So yeah, then the next... literally the next video is called a slow update, so if you thought that was slow, that was probably even slower again, like. But like, to be honest, it's not as slow as the last one. Actually no, it might have been, because the last one, like, there's the chibi art and then there was meme. For this, there's the actual book cover revealed, like, and a new Sherry concept basically that came bundled with it. So like, I wouldn't even call that a slow update, to be honest. But then after that we have a meme. This is Jacksepticeye did a green screen competition ages ago. I didn't really enter the competition, I just took the green screen and I just use it for this little video here. I think I made this into a short as well, if I remember. And obviously that's like one side of thing that I'm not going to really bother look at, because all the shorts are kind of very like, they're samey to what the videos are. You're not really missing out on too much for that, so yeah. So yeah, there's that little meme. Used the new Sherry concept, and I used the Psychopath concept as well. So it's literally 2 memes rolled into one. Like, I could have made them both separate, but yeah. Anyway, the next video after that was actually the 1-year anniversary for the, I think it was the first video that released on Sherry Aweber Story. So the first video that was called Sherry Aweber Will Be Real, that was uploaded to the Josephnite Flyer channel? I can't remember now. It was either the Josephnite Flyer channel or the Night Flyer channel. Actually, no, this is what was the Night Flyer channel. So yeah, no, I'd say it was like the Josephnite Flyer channel or the Josephnite Flyer Clips channel. And obviously for that, I was like, well, I gotta get the concept again, but like fully drawn this time. And I actually really do like it, especially the background. It's very different like than obviously the other backgrounds as well. Like, and then unfortunately after that, we don't get any other new backgrounds. Maybe that should be the next concept piece, is just getting a background of like Sherry Aweber's house, like, and all that. I think that would be pretty cool. I gotta try and remember to do that for next year. But anyway, other than that, we move on to the April Fool's video where I announce a new light novel series called Josephnite Flyer Story, which is obviously a riff on Sherry Aweber Story. So I wouldn't read too much into that. My main focus is on Sherry Aweber Story and Volume 1 of Sherry Aweber Story, just to get that done, completed and written, hopefully by the end of next year. Well, I say before the end of next year, not by the end of next year. But it might as well be at that point. But yeah, again, there's not much to read into that. And then this kind of update video, the 14th update, kind of just went over the concept art. You can see it in its entirety there. It was actually like a nice kind of update as well. I don't think there was anything like major to mention. I think it was just the April Fools and that. Yeah, just nothing really else. And then we move on to the next month. Another new concept art piece was revealed, and that was for Samantha Aweber, Sherry Aweber's mother. And honestly, even to this day, I still do think it's a really nice art piece. Obviously, it's so nice that I'm using it up in the banner. I was going to scroll all the way up. I'm just not bothered, to be honest. I'm too lazy. Like, there it is in the background. the hour-long meme. Right. Then next, we got Sherry Aweber and Sherry Aweber Story, which surprisingly, it took me this long to do, because I had done other characters, like, you know, this character in Sherry Aweber Story and what they do and all that. So, like, finally to talk about what Sherry Aweber herself does in Sherry Aweber Story was a nice little kind of thing to do. But I will admit as well, I think the reason I didn't do it before is because I already made a kind of summary, like the first summary talking about Sherry Aweber Story, so that's probably why I skipped out on Sherry for a while. Then the next one is actually an interactive game. If you go to this right now, I did update it probably a month ago by now, which is unusual because it doesn't really get updated that often. This is where you can go and just basically explore what Sherry Aweber Story is, in case seeing all these thumbnails is a bit confusing and you don't know what's what. Obviously, I still have plans to update the game in the future, but as of right now, I'm not really doing too much with it. I think right now my main focus is finishing Volume 1. Maybe then I'll like update Volume 1, this interactive game, sorry, not Volume 1. But yeah, whenever you get the chance, just click on this video. Maybe if I remember, I might leave it linked as well in the iCard. So then we move on to the Sherry Aweber Story advert, which admittedly I was going to make this because I was thinking about advertising Sherry Aweber Story on YouTube. But then I just got a bit lazy and I saw the prices. I was like, it's a bit much like to be advertising it. So I just uploaded the video as it was onto the channel. So yeah, you get to enjoy that short little ad. Then next what happened was was. Now, this isn't the release of Curiosity Killed a Sherry. This is literally just a loop of Curiosity Killed a Sherry. And it might have been a re-upload of the loop as well, because I think this was uploaded beforehand. Because before, in the past, when I started Sherry Aweber's story, when AI art was just new, I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. I can use that as a background temporarily to do this and this. But then I realized later on what AI image generation actually does. It scalps images from across the internet and like takes it from different data sets and stuff, and obviously I didn't like that anymore, so I just got rid of all the old, like, well, for the most part I got rid of a lot of the old videos that include AI art. And just to disclaim, it's only the background that was AI generated. All the music obviously is made by myself, and then the path to a Saviour obviously was made by Schianovus, Magnum, Opus and all that. So don't worry about that. I will say though, there are still some images, or not images, there's some videos on the channel that have images that use AI in the background and stuff. I have disclaimed them in the description of those videos. So yeah, that's Curiosity Killed a Sherry. Probably one of the best OST pieces I've released to date, because every other piece is kind of just a derivative of it. Actually, to be fair, I said that was the best, and then I looked at Stare the Psychopath. I was like, okay, wait, maybe Stare the Psychopath was really good. But yeah, speaking of music pieces, actually, Stare of the Psychopath then was released shortly afterwards. This was a brand new OST piece, and I think the first one to release in 2023. I don't really have much else to say other than it was just a really nice kind of music piece to do. But I will admit, I was trying to go for a more tense and horror theme, and then eventually it just turned into rock halfway through, which is why I then divided it into two different videos. So we have type A and type B. This is the more tense and horror aspect of the song, and then this is more of the rock version of the song. Yeah, I think, again, this is just another re-upload of Curiosity Killed a Sherry, because you can tell the 10-minute version was uploaded sooner than this one. I don't know, I think I must have mixed up the order of it, and again, the AI art thing I was talking about earlier is probably why it was uploaded weirdly. But yeah, again, I wouldn't say that released this year. So then, after that is the character profile for Samantha Aweber, which is pretty short. It actually kind of set a new precedent for the new kind of layout for character profiles. Obviously, make sure to go watch the video, because then I used it exactly for this video as well, for Sherry Aweber, because obviously things have changed since the first character profile. But I still have left the first character profile video up anyway, just as a kind of glimpse into the past of what, like, Sherry Aweber, well, obviously, like, what she used to be, even though it's not too much of a difference. I think I just tweaked a few different bits and bobs, like her birthday and all that sort of thing. And obviously the art is different as well, so yeah. Then next is a update video, and this was based on the trademark that I actually submitted at the start of 2023. And then I think I also talked about obviously everything else that happened in between, because if you look at the update videos, 14 to 15, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. There's 11 video. Thanks, May. Anyway, so that's like 11 different videos that were uploaded in the span of 2 different updates, which is actually the best seen in this year so far. Like, but yeah, so the trademark was talked about, the concept pieces would have been talked about, the music would have been talked about. Yeah, and then afterwards it kind of became a reoccurring segment in the update videos to start talking about the trademark, and that's why, like, obviously here you can see just the little TM here, whereas before you didn't see it before, because I'm pretty sure legally you are allowed to put trademark in your name if you are thinking of trademarking the thing, or if you're in the process of trademarking. That's not legal advice, by the way. I just want to disclaim that. Make sure to do your research first. I just did what I did at the time, and now it's basically confirmed it is a trademark. Spoiler alert. I know, I'm sorry. just after all that. I know as well, just as I'm recording this, I just remember on the JosephniteFlyer channel there are the hour-plus long videos for like Sherry Aweber story updates. So there's like 1 to 12 and then 13 to 22. So if you ever want to go like watch those as they are, make sure to check them out on the JosephniteFlyer channel, because it is actually kind of cool that I've just stitched all of them back to back to back, and you don't even have to see the intro every time as well, because I know it can kind of get annoying if you're watching the updates back to back to back and you're watching the intro every time, so I thought I'd just cut it down a bit. So yeah. So then shortly afterwards, the Battle with the Psychopath, this was actually in the works in between of making Stare of the Psychopath, but essentially this was originally going to be Stare of the Psychopath type C, but then I cut it out of Stare of the Psychopath and just let it become its own thing. And essentially what it is, it's type B of this, but then it extends out into its own like more of the music. I'm probably playing it in the background right now as I edit this video, but yeah. And then at this point there was enough demo OST pieces that I could release the first EP, Sherry Aweber Story Demo OST EP1, The Beginning of Her Story. And I think this is the only EP we're ever going to have, because I think right now we're basically building up to like a kind of album, but I have to just look up the qualifications for an album before I actually make it. So hopefully in 2024, if I do make another music piece, we actually have, you know, we can actually have the demo OST, or not even demo OST, but Sherry Aweber Story album one. And I think I'm going to call it The Beginning of the Story instead of Her Story. Just a little play on words, you know, and it's a bit longer, but yeah. And the main thing to note about this is I also kind of wanted to release something like this, because I could have waited until the album was finished, but I wanted to wrap all the OSTs into one for a bit, because then The Path to Her Saviour was finally released to the world. This took a while, like, to actually, because as the music was being made, I was also making the music video as well. And yeah, make sure to go check it out, because I know as of recording this video, there is another lyric video due out next year, so keep an eye out on that, and make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on. If you've seen it glow down below, let me know. Let me know, and give this video a like. Yeah, sorry, I just had to test out the features again down below. If they glow up, just let me know. And of course, as you can imagine, I just uploaded the music by itself, which I'm still kind of annoyed that, like, after all that work I put in the lyric. Now, to be fair, 140 views is pretty good for the lyric video, but then, like, literally just the image by itself, like the cover art, it's just like 233 views. I'm like, damn, what was the point of all that work? But yeah, so even though it was a shorter span of videos before the thing, I think this was actually one of the first videos where I used the actual Path to Her Saviour like lyric video as an intro to the update. And obviously this update would be a lot more about the music, an update on the trademark and so on. Then after the update video, I made a little lyric breakdown on like basically like what the lyrics mean and what they could be interpreted as and so on and so forth, even if they were kind of self-explanatory. And then after that, I actually got permission from Schianovus, because I was actually going to like commission it, like basically just the instrumental, and like, oh no, that's fine, I'll just give you the instrumental. I'm like, thank you. So remember, like, go check Schianovus out on Fiverr. Big mad respect for like the song, and like for even allowing me to just have like the instrumental on its own as well. And it could be so rude to ask for the vocals as well, but I think I'll leave it there. Like I don't want to push any further, and that's like, I count that more as like, I know technically with music, like I own the song, I own his vocals for that song and stuff, but I still kind of want him to have his own voice. I don't want to feel like a tyrannical music license holder, like holding on to his like likeness, like so. Yeah. And then after obviously the off vocal version of it, which is, this is basically, yeah, so this is just the image, and then the karaoke is literally the lyric video again, just without the actual vocals in it. And I believe around this time as well, on the Josephnite Flyer channel, the cover for The Path to Her Saviour by Hatsune Miku was uploaded. As well as that, on the Josephnite Flyer's archive channel, there's a version of my cover that I uploaded, because I still don't feel like I'm going to get around to covering it properly myself. But you never know, maybe in the new year, like in 2024, I might actually finally like hone down on the cover and actually make it. Or I might even just try to sing the song as if like it was an extension of it or something like that. But anyway, that's just me spitballing. So then after that, we actually got a new update video. We didn't even have really the logo revealed anywhere here. It was kind of just like a lot of, basically the past while there was just about the path to her savior, and then the logo was just dropped in for the update video, because I thought, like, I don't really know if I could have made a video on its own just based on the logo itself, because really I'm just like, yeah, it's a really nice looking logo. Volume 1 was added here, and then the actual kanji that's above Sherry Aweber's story literally just reads as Sherry Aweber's story. Like, there's no real difference with it. And I don't think I'd bother getting any text put here for volume 1 either, because it's kind of just, it just, once you start adding too much to the logo, it kind of just ruins it. So I think the way volume 1 was drawn there is actually just perfect. So like, I'm hoping if I do start on volume 2 and I want like another cover for volume 2, which I might actually hit up the same artist for it, I might just get the logo from VTuber logos on Fiverr, and then, I'm sorry for the life of me, there's so many names that float around my head all the time, but I probably will hit up the same artist just to try and keep it a bit the same. But I'd also just love to see a completely different cover rather than me just trying to like shimmy in like different characters and stuff, same background and so on. You never know, maybe I will just get that lazier, or I mightn't just have that finance to actually fund it anymore, but we'll see. Anyway, so that talks about the logo, and I'm pretty sure it talks about these off-vocal videos as well for the Path to a Saviour. So then after that, we actually got an update to the book cover, because obviously with a new logo means that a brand new cover would have to be made. And I actually like redid the edit myself, and I do think I've done a good job on editing the book cover to like be more like what I wanted it. Obviously, like when I ordered the book cover originally, it is what I wanted, but then after a time I was like, the logo kind of just has to be there, and I just did a few little edits, and now it's like basically the official book cover for volume 1. So if you go into Scribble Hub right now, you can actually read volume 1 and the chapters. Again, I know, another spoiler, I apologize, but I have to plug it somewhere. So then after that, it's more the Path to a Saviour. So I made more loop videos, and actually, surprisingly, they actually did pretty well view-wise. Some people probably just left it on the background and was like, you know what, this is a banging tune. I'm going to just leave this on. So we have the 10-minute version, the hour version, and usually once I get to the hour loop, I'm like, okay, that's enough. I don't think I need like longer than that. Unless there's some crazy people out there that want even longer than that again. Then I do it, no problem. Like, it's easy. I'll admit, it's easy content just looping the same songs over and over, but like, I feel like we can upload more than just that, so yeah. So since it was only just the book cover really that came out, because I didn't really bother mentioning the loops, I don't think, I actually unveiled a new tag in this update, and I'll be honest again, I just cannot remember for the life of me what I revealed. I think it was a tag for later down the line as well. So it's not like a tag in volume 1 itself. I think it was something about psychological horror or something like that, if I believe so. But if it wasn't, then I just spoiled another one there. Maybe in the future I'll mention that, but yeah, anyway. Once that update came out, then what happened miraculously is I finally, after all this time, released what was called Sherry Aweber's Story Volume 1 Preview. And that involved a lot of like bits of the book and then all of volume 1 and 2. I thought, like, if I'm doing it, I have to give you some, like, you know, I need to give you a good bit to chew on. I can't just throw the volume out there with just one volume and hope for the best. I was like, nah, I have to do this right. So yeah, the volume actually came out, and then I did a little ad for it, obviously, as well. So then, like, the next video after that is another update video, obviously, as well. And that obviously talks about the release of volume 1, what it includes, where you can read it, and yeah, I think that's really it, honestly, for that update. Then basically, like, I don't think it was that long. It says 4 and 3 months, but I don't actually think it was too much longer afterwards. I actually released another new OST piece. Wait, was it? Oh yeah, so okay, let me explain this real quick. So 1+ minute version. I'm trying to think to myself. Yes, okay, so I Have a Chance is so short that it actually became a YouTube short. So that's why it's not appearing here, but I released I Have a Chance, and it was auto-converted into a short. And then I released I Have a Chance 1 minute version, and honestly, that's done pretty well for itself as well. I didn't even think it was anywhere near 200 views. Like, honestly, once this, like, we're done going over all these videos, I definitely need to go over, like, what's the top videos of this year as well. Just because, you know, just to put in perspective, and, like, if we do this again next year, we can see, like, what changed and what hasn't changed and so on and so forth, so yeah. So yeah, after I Have a Chance, I then officially basically reopened my SoundCloud account, and I started uploading every bit of Sherry Aweber's story music onto that. So I took off all my old cringy music and stuff. I left some of them on, but not all of them, and I mostly put like Sherry Aweber's story stuff onto there. And then obviously afterwards we have I Have a Chance, and I actually am surprised I even upload this in the same time span. It must have been the same month, because 19 and 20 is here. But then I uploaded the date puzzle as well. So yeah, fair play to myself, to be honest. So between, let's see, we got update 920. So big updates. What have we got between then? So we got I Have a Chance, we got SoundCloud, we got the date puzzle. I probably like hinted towards chapter 3 and what its progress was as well. I'm assuming the trademark would have been done by then. That's why it's big updates, because there was a lot of stuff in this particular update video itself. And I will do say I do kind of like the background as well. I know it looks like there's only a little bit yellow there, but that's actually in half. So like half of this is the yellow and half it is the gray. So just trademark SoundCloud. Probably the hint again towards chapter 3. And then unfortunately, like I know I have to bring this up every time because it is important to me, but somebody really close to me passed away during this time as well. So that's the reason why that I explained it in basically the update video itself. The reason why the update was delayed, and now why every other update after that is probably going to be like back to the end of the month the way it used to be was because of this situation. Because I needed time to think, and I needed to just grieve and do my own bits and bobs. Again, I'm sorry, I won't hover over that too long. You can watch that video, and yeah. So right, after that then we got a meme, which is the Today Show. I can't remember. I think I'd literally just seen the meme somewhere on YouTube. I was like, you know what, I want to make my own version with Chibi Sherry Aweber in it. And I do think it's kind of gas. Like, it's probably the most like edited video just behind the Path to Our Saviour, the lyric video for that. So yeah, make sure to give it a watch. And then after that, I started uploading, so you can see here, I started uploading more of the Path to Our Saviour, but the off vocal loop instead, because I didn't do it beforehand. So I was like, oh yeah, I might as well do it now. So we have the 5-minute loop, the 10-minute loop, and the hour loop. And I should have probably uploaded a half-an-hour loop. Thanks, mate. But then like, I just think to myself, is there really a point? If you all really do want long, like the 30-minute version of this, and then you want even longer than an hour, just let me know. But I don't think anyone does, to be honest. I think we're good. I think we can actually move on from these music pieces. Like, but then after this one, I actually uploaded the Sherry Aweber story slander video, because this was actually in the same time frame when the chapter 3 released. So I believe like I released chapter 3 first, then I made this video, and then I uploaded the advertisement for it afterwards. Because you can see this is kind of like slotted in between here, or unless it's YouTube messing up on its order the way it looks. But I'm pretty sure it's nearly like that anyway. Like, so it's a pretty funny video. Might as well give it a watch, you know. And then obviously another big thing happened for volume 1. Chapter 3, The Ride Home, was finally released. And honestly, it just, again, just like releasing these chapters, it feels good to finally edit it and edit it and edit it, and then give it one last scan down and then release it, because it just feels good, you know. I'm finally pushing out what I've poured basically like my time and my heart into, like. And I know obviously Sherry Aweber's story is not a story for everyone, even though realistically, as a kind of business, I should be saying, oh no, Sherry Aweber stories for everyone. It's kind of like, I will admit, like, the story right now obviously will be a bit slow to start off, because I'm kind of trying to just find my footing in how to tell a story. But hopefully afterwards, like, it'll be a bit more like interesting to read on afterwards. I do think with the release of chapter 4, again, I know, spoiler alert, it actually does kind of help, like, but then again, you have to kind of go straight to chapter 4 to read it. But chapter 4 does have a good, like, funny moments in it. It has a touch heartwarming moments, sorry, as well. So yeah, make sure to give them a read if you have the chance, even if you just do it slowly over time, like how I edit the volume 1 myself. But yeah, afterwards we go into the month of October, because Halloween and Sherry Aweber stories actually released. This is just a video basically talking about Halloween, because I realized back in, so last year, I was showing it actually at the very start of this video. The Christmas one was uploaded basically as a recap, or not a recap, but a summary of what Christmas is like on Sherry Aweber's story. And then this is just the Halloween follow-up to that. So this year I didn't really do a Christmas summary, because I don't think I really needed to. So yeah, it's not really else to mention about that. And then obviously this update video went over a lot about how the Ride Home was released, the Halloween video was released. It's weird also using Lyla again in the thumbnail, and I actually will say, if anyone's wondering what those marks on her are, that's actually Psychopath. But so if you see in the background of this one, that's Josephnite Flyer, the rainbowy color. This kind of color here is actually just Psychopath, but with a weird filter on her. But yeah, not much else to mention about that. And then shortly after that, I actually released Sherry Aweber Story's first meme compilation video. So obviously we had to include Jacksepticeye again, and we have Chibi Sherry, because Chibi Sherry, even on like Twitter/X, is actually the main focus for memes. So yeah. Make sure to also like actually follow that account on Twitter, by the way, at SherryAsStory. Or if you want to follow my Threads account, that's at JosephniteFlyer. There's not one currently for Sherry Aweber Story, but basically the Threads account is kind of like a shared one with Sherry Aweber Story anyway, so yeah. Then afterwards, I uploaded a reminder video of have you read volume 1 yet, because it, like, you know, chapter 3 was like added to it, so I needed to kind of update the ad for it anyway. Then afterwards, we got another update video which talked about, like, is chapter 4 actually going to release this year? Because to be honest, for a while it was kind of feeling like it wouldn't. But then after I mentioned that, I just suddenly got the urge to actually like finally like start like releasing it. But anyway, there's that. I think I even teased the puzzling game as well. And yeah, there's not much else to mention about that. So when it comes to the puzzling games, this was the final OST piece to release in 2023, and it's basically a Christmas version of the date puzzle. I did finally change it, by the way, on other platforms, so now it's all the same name. It is still the puzzling game now, so yeah, nice little thumbnail. little snowflakes in the background, not much else to mention. And then we go into the period of time where I uploaded so many like different like videos hyping up basically chapter 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've 5 different videos just advertising for chapter 4. And then this thumbnail, by the way, is meant to be like a parody of the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer kind of teaser. Jesus Christ, that scared me so much. I forgot I even did that. Hopefully nobody else, none of you got scared from that. But yeah, there's the trailers. Then there's the day puzzle loop. There's not much to talk about. There's the 5, 10, 30, and 1 hour loop. Then there's the Ever Hear of Sherry Aweber story video. So I realized as well, it's time to think. I never actually made proper loops for them or re-uploaded loops for them. So I made them recently and I just uploaded them. The original one, if you want to hear it, is actually in the shorts version, so you have to go to that to see it. And then, obviously, as of recording this video, the update 23 is the second last video for Sherry Aweber's story to upload this year in 2023. And then you're watching this video right now, which is the final video for 2023. Literally, if I have any other videos, I'm just going to schedule them for next year. I think this as a recap video is like the best thing to end the year off on. Thank you all so much for watching this kind of recap video for Sherry Aweber's story in 2023. Hopefully I'll see you all in 2024. And I will say again, just like in the update video, next year's probably going to be calmer for a lot of content, but you never know what might happen. So